Hello, lovies. You remember our last lesson, we went over a couple of funny spellings of silent letter at the beginning. We did N, KN, and GN, and we did R, WR. Well, I have two more I want us to go through today. You don't see them in a lot of words, but I want to go over them. Your brain will take a picture and it will help you remember. When you see MB, we're not going to say anything with the B. It's just going to give sound. All right. How about lamb? Oh, I should have put a picture of Mary had a little lamb. How about change the vowel, limb? Now I have two pictures for limb. A limb can be that branch on a tree. He's out on a limb. And a limb on your body are your arms and your legs. So, climb. And I'm telling you, Abe is trying to be a big boy, just like his brothers. He's going to climb that on the playground. I wonder if your dad is worried. Probably not. You all did the same thing when you were his age. Climb. Numb. Do you know what it means if your part of your body is numb? Sometimes if you sit on your arm wrong or your leg wrong, sometimes your feet, it'll get all tingly and you can't feel it. We call it going to sleep. Your foot really doesn't go to sleep, but it's that feeling. It's a numb feeling. Sometimes when you go to the dentist and they have to work on your teeth, they will put some stuff on your gums and they will help so that it's numb. You don't feel if they have to work on your tooth. They make it numb. So numb means you can't feel. Crumb. After you've eaten a cookie, there'll be some crumbs. Look at that word. You know, sometimes people use this word to be unkind. The unkind meaning is that you're not smart, but actually dumb is, there's a real reason to use that word. If a person is dumb, it means they're not able to speak. If you're deaf, it means you're not able to hear. And many times people who are deaf are also dumb. Now think about that. Why would you not be able to speak if you couldn't hear any sounds? Exactly right. You never heard language, so you don't know how to make it. Also, sometimes people have trouble with their throat or their mouth, and they're not able to speak. And so we would say they are dumb. Usually we say they are deaf and dumb. They can't hear, so they didn't learn to speak. If you need to use that word, please use it that way. Please don't use it in the unkind way. Yes, bomb. I should have put water bombs there. Those are fun too. Only 3 sounds. Thumb, thumbs up. All right. Plumber, plumber. Since that MB is in the middle of the word, sometimes it gives people problems. They try to pronounce it. A plumber is someone who knows about water pipes. If you have a water leak, they can fix it, or if they're building a house, they're the ones that put the water pipes in the house while they're building the house, a plumber. All right, now you're going to know this one because you've seen it already. PH is going to make the F sound. So crazy because there's not even an F in PH. And you're going to know some of these words by just looking at them. What's that word? Elephant. Elephant. I think you already know there's two kinds of elephants, the African and the Asian. Take a look at their ears and tell me how you can tell them apart. African elephants have, big ears. Asian elephants have smaller ears. Elephant. And another one that you probably know, dolphin. Yes, dolphins always look so happy because the way their mouth is, it looks like they're smiling. And Reagan, I just love that picture where you're playing with that dolphin. He looks happy. All right, trophy. If you win something, you could get a trophy. Gopher. Yeah, little gophers that live in the they come out, but they go under the ground to make their homes, and sometimes they make tunnels that farmers don't like. Oh, this should be one of my favorite words. Phonics. Phonics, because that's what we're doing right now. Phonics is the sounds that letters make in a word. And when we use phonics, we're putting those sounds together to make words. So, you are very good at phonics now, aren't you? Graph. A graph tells you how many. You can look at that graph that's called a bar graph at the bottom. I look at how many blue blocks I have, or how many red, green, purple, yellow. Which do I have most of? Sure. Which do I have least of? Right, purple. And you don't have to count. You can just look with your eyes. On the top, those are called line graphs. We use those in math. Oh, don't you love this word? Nephew. Nephew. Uncle Rich has 5 great nephews. A nephew is a boy, and the dad is Uncle Rich's brother. So when you grow up and have families, if one of your brothers has children, if they're a boy, they'll be your nephew. Now, Uncle Rich does not have any nieces. What is a niece? Yeah, a girl. Maybe someday, but right now he's got 5 great nephews, and he loves them very much. Phase. Phase is a period of time. It's not a long period of time. The moon goes through phases. Depending on the day, the sun, the moon doesn't have lights of its own. It reflects the light of the sun. But because the moon turns and our earth turns and all that kind of stuff, it looks, when I look in the night sky, sometimes the phase of the moon is the full moon. Sometimes it's just a sliver. So a phase is just a period of time. Sometimes we say, if Abe is going to be learning to be potty trained, he's going through a phase. All right, phase. Now let's put an R in there, phrase. And phrase is not a whole sentence, just a couple of words of a sentence. Once upon a time. Now that isn't a whole sentence, because once upon a time, what? Or to the pond. To the pond is a phrase, but it's not a sentence. It doesn't tell me who, doesn't tell me what. After lunch. Oh, that's not a whole sentence, is it? or under the tree. Under the tree. Not a full sentence, just a phrase, a couple of words we use together. Orphan. And Jackson and I put a picture of when you were in Haiti. An orphan is a person who does not have a mother or father. Of course, they had a mother and father when they were born. You know, when we talked about Haiti, that there was a terrible, terrible earthquake, and many people were killed. And some children were not killed, but their parents were. And so they are called orphans. What often happens is an aunt or an uncle will take you in and raise you. But sometimes there were so many that churches and other good groups built homes for them and put the orphans in there. Now, they each don't have a father and a mother, but you can tell there are grown-ups there who love them and care for them and act like their parents. But an orphan is someone who does not have a father or mother. Now, I'm not sure. Jackson may just be visiting a school. Next time he visits me, we'll talk about his trip to Haiti and I'll know more. But I put that picture because I didn't know for sure. Now, the next words are going to be longer words, so I'm going to give it to you syllable by syllable. And what I want you to notice is every syllable needs a vowel. So, cellophane. Cellophane. And you know what? Remember what cellophane is? It's clear plastic wrap, or it can be colors. We use it to wrap packages and things. Cellophane. How about telephone? Telephone. Now, Noah and I had a very big conversation about this word not too long ago. And he says telephone are those things that are in your house and you can't move them around. Well, those are telephones. But the other word we use is phone. And it means exactly the same thing. We're just shortening it because it's faster to say phone than telephone. But usually now when you think about phone, you think about the phones that we carry around with us. But I could have put that picture under telephone also. Photograph. Photograph. All right. I will photograph you. It means I'm going to take a picture of you. And that's the photograph that I took. And again, a lot of times we shorten that word to just mean photo. And a photo is a picture. And Jackson and Reagan, there you are. That's a neat photo. It was a warm day and they're having fun. So it's a photograph, but we usually just say photo. Geography. Do you see all those vowels? Geography. And geography is studying land, studying countries. Not only where they are, but what the people who live there, what are their customs, what do they wear, what do they eat. For our purposes, where is Florida? Do you know your geography to know where Florida is? Sure. I always think Florida is so easy to find because it sticks out and you can grab hold of it. That's geography. Phone. Saxophone. Saxophones make neat sounds when you play them. I, crow, phone, microphone. Sure. Do you notice the vowels in each syllable? R, far, ma, see. That's why we say A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Because if we didn't, the last syllable would not have a vowel. All right, so Y is the vowel there, and it's acting like long E because that's a long word. Pharmacy. And a pharmacy is where you go to get medicine. The doctor writes a prescription for a certain kind of medicine that you need. That's a pharmacist, and she'll take that note that he wrote and find just exactly the medicine to give you. Good reading, except I decided to change it. Good hanging. See you later, alligator. To the tent, elephant. I decided to put an elephant since we read that word. I love you. Bye now.